All right, that's it. Just crouch. Just watch. All right, now. All right, great. Close the gap. Pick up your pace. Charge! Oh, Diefenbaker. Do I have to remind you that you are a carnivore, that you are genetically predisposed to hunt, or have you forgotten that? It's hopeless. I should never have taken you out of your element and brought you to the city. You've gone soft. No, there's only one thing to do, and that's to mail you back to the Yukon where you belong. Ah, now, a few elementary drills doesn't sound so bad, does it? All right, let's go. Watch your language. Now, pick up the scent again. Start to stalk. That's it. Pick up your pace, not too fast. All right, that's it. All right, now, measure your charge. If you even so much as contemplate laughing, my friend, I swear I will crate you up so quickly that... Sir, are you all right? Excuse me, sir. It's Constable Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Oh my God, what did you do to my egg?
I'm very sorry about your egg, sir, but you were headed for an open trench.
You son of a...
You see, you were headed for an open trench.
What am I gonna do now?
I think we can probably salvage some of them.
Hey, you did enough already. Get out of here.
Well, perhaps I should go and call someone for...
Get out of here!
Come in. Constable Fraser, this is Linus Prince.
Pleased to meet you.
Same here.
He's a lawyer.
For Mr. Lyndon Buxley, the man whose life you ruined.
Excuse me?
Something about eggs.
Your actions caused my client to lose a contract that was vital to his business. And since the accident, he has suffered severe trauma and emotional distress.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry to hear that. If there's anything I could do to help.
There most definitely is, Constable. You can provide restitution.
He's suing us. The complaint cites you, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and the Government of Canada for loss of income, bodily harm, and mental anguish as a result of your wanton behavior.
Well, I'm not sure that the word wanton is what you're looking for.
Fraser.
Sir, I was trying to prevent a serious accident. Your client was heading for an open trench.
How much did you have to drink that night?
I beg your pardon?
There was no open trench. You forced him off the road.
Yes, there was an open trench, Mr. Prince. I fell into it while I was hunting with my wolf.
How much exactly are you looking for, Mr. Prince?
$10 million. You have my number, and you'll want to call soon. The longer you wait, the higher the price.
Don't say it. You were only trying to help.
Well, yes, actually.
Dismissed. Get me legal affairs in Ottawa. Fraser, one more thing. If you ever get the urge to help me, do me a favor. Resist it.
Understood.
Yes, this is Inspector Thatcher in Chicago.
Welcome to America, Benny, the land of litigation. You know you can sue your barber for giving you a bad haircut?
But the man was in trouble, Ray.
Well, that's what you get for being a good Samaritan. You say you were helping the guy, and he says you were interfering.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, it doesn't matter. In this country, the guy who brings a suit doesn't have to pay the cost. 9 times out of 10, they hire a slippery lawyer, and it's cheaper to settle than fight back.
But, of course, that won't happen in this case, because as soon as we can clear up the misunderstanding about the open trench...
Look, I just want you to be prepared. If it comes down to your word against his in Chicago courtroom, the money's going to be on the hometown boy.
But the cover was off that trench, Ray.
Now, we prove it, you're off the hook. But if we can't, don't take it personally. Come on, we got 45 minutes.
Hey, you guys want a sandwich?
My sister's new business. She's taking over the whole kitchen at home.
Well, you know, keeps me busy, gets me out. I'm kind of a people person, you know? You hungry, Benton?
As a matter of fact, I am. How much do I owe you?
Ah, nada. You get the good-looking eligible bachelor discount.
Thank you kindly.
You got prosciutto?
Yeah, $6.
$6.
What? You're my brother. Besides, even if you weren't, you're not my type.
All right, well, then you're out of luck, because I only got 5, and besides, I ran out of toothpaste this morning.
You and your system. He thinks if he runs out of a personal care product, it means he'll win the lottery.
All right, make fun of me now.
All right. I mean 5 while you're at it, okay?
Yeah, but it's going to cost you. Thanks. Come on.
He's my brother. I have to put up with him. What are you thinking?
Sneed, what are you doing here, man? It's time to pay the piper, Lyndon. If you're lucky, Mr. Marshak here might make an offer on this dump. If you're very lucky, it might just cover your market.
Hey, Hill, come on. Hey, you cannot take this farm, man.
Oh?
No. I just need a little more time, okay?
I'm onto something. You clowns always think it's about time. It's not about time.
Look, man, I'm about to make a really, really big score.
Big score?
I swear to God.
100 grand?
100 grand is peanuts. I'm suing the Canadian government.
That's original. That's original.
Yeah, the lawyer says it's a slam dunk, gonna settle for 5 million. So I'm gonna pay you back maybe 10, 15, 20 times what I owe you.
Lyndon, party's over. And you better hope and pray I find a buyer for this place, or your future ain't gonna be worth what the chickens leave behind.
Hey, you can't take that. Excuse me, sir, you can't take that.
So you breed these yourself? Interesting.
You can't take those. Those are my eggs, man.
Mr. Marshak can take anything he wants. Now, you pay your dime, you take your ride. You hear me, Lyndon?
Those are my eggs.
Come on. Nothing.
Now, this plate has obviously been replaced.
Yeah, no kidding. It's under construction. They move it every day. You know, I don't know why I buy these things. I never win.
Look at these scrape marks, Ray. They appear to be fresh.
You're gonna have a hard time convincing the judge between the time you ran the guy off the road and the time the cops showed up that an emergency road crew came out here and did road repairs. Come on, I'm squeezing like a... you know, this is nothing but a tax on the poor.
These plates were lifted in by a machine, whereas this plate was levered in with some difficulty, probably with a crowbar.
So what are you saying? There's some guy running around at 4 o'clock in the morning replacing wayward trench covers? I don't think so, Benny. If you ask me, I'd say settle. There's no shame in settling. It happens all the time.
I think I'm going to go and talk to him. It's only a couple of miles I can walk from here, and you have to get back anyway.
Talk to who?
The Eggman.
The Eggman? He's the enemy. The only explanation he's looking for is going to come in large denominations. He's probably gonna have to chase you. I won $25,000.
I know it is not your problem. Nobody's blaming you. I'm blaming myself. I'm assuming full responsibility. Yeah, hey, you don't have to tell me I'm a compulsive gambler. I know I'm a compulsive gambler. I'm assuming total responsibility, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that we have got something going now, sweetheart, that cannot miss, okay? It is not a long shot. No, 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 no. It's gonna put us on a map, kids. No more worries, nothing, okay? Yes, I'm promising, all right? What the hell is this? The son of a... What the hell is he doing here?
Ah, Mr. Buxley.
Yes?
Mr. Buxley, might I suggest that you hold your fire? If not for my sake, at least for the sake of your French Houdans.
How do you know I got French Houdans?
Oh, I'd recognize those voices anywhere. You see, as it turns out, I'm not entirely unfamiliar with poultry. My grandfather bred fowl when we lived in Yathkiad Flats, in his spare time, of course. Well, and in Yathkiad Flats, there was a surfeit of spare time. As a matter of fact, I remember one occasion when he actually tried to introduce a pair of Andalusians to a flock of Brahmas. And well, you can imagine the results.
What do you want?
Well, I'd like to have a word with you. May I? This is your research station?
Yeah.
High nitrogen content?
That's for the shells.
The spices are coriander, ginseng root, myrrh. I can't place the other two.
That's because it's a secret.
And this would be,
It's your treadmill. See, the way I look at it, you put a chicken in a little tiny cage, you never give them no exercise, that's not good. This way, they get in shape, they're gonna perform maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years past the average.
These two are remarkable.
That's Adam and Eve. Took me 25 years to produce these two.
And these are their eggs?
That's the eggs.
May I?
Go ahead. Hey,
That is a fine egg.
those eggs are gonna put me on a map, my boy.
But in the meantime, business is slow.
Yeah. A little slower now, thanks to the incident we had.
You think this lawsuit is your way out?
Yeah, well, it's nothing personal. Just exercising my litigious rights, so to speak.
But Mr. Buxley, if they discover it was you that covered that open trench, then you will be liable to the criminal charge of fraud.
Yeah, but since I didn't do that, I don't have anything to worry about, do I? You know, I think this is all very nice, but I think maybe this conversation is concluded now. I think the next time I see you, we ought to be in court.
Very well.
Take your eggs here.
Ah, thank you.
Okay, God bless you.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Miss Jane Paul Getty, Miss Captain of Industry, the Duchess
All
of...
right, Ray, enough. Just pay my fine, will you?
Not so fast. As a responsible and concerned police officer, I just want to make sure you learned your lesson.
How was I supposed to know that I needed a vendor's permit to sell at the Merc?
Just a wild idea, Franny. Maybe you should have asked someone.
Ray, did you get that information?
Look, there were no road crews, and that open trench must have been a figment of your imagination.
I fell into it, Ray.
Well, then you fell into a figment.
This is just a simple misunderstanding over a permit. Could you please tell my brother to pay my fine and let me get out of here, please?
Well, that should be simple enough, Ray, after your good fortune today.
Good fortune?
Fraser?
Hello? What good fortune?
No good fortune. Just sit there. Fraser, this is not a good time to be telling Franny about the lottery ticket.
Well, why isn't it, Ray? She won half the money.
No, Franny did not win any of the money. I won all of the money.
Well, Ray, I don't think that's true, strictly speaking. I mean, while it is true that you scratched off all of the tickets, Francesca bought half of the tickets. Therefore, technically, she should be entitled to half of the money. Isn't that right?
No, her tickets did not win and mine did. End of story.
Ah,
Well, what do you mean, Franny did not win. Are we clear on this?
if you say so, yes.
What, have you been taking guilt lessons from my mother?
Not that I recall.
All right, then, case closed, okay? And not another word of this to Franny, all right? I'll tell her when the time is right.
Ah,
Will you stop with the
all right. Ray, shouldn't we,
Nah, let her sit there and consider it a crime.
I'm terribly sorry, Francesca.
So much detail after such a long flight. This Fraser has opened a big mess for us.
Can we mitigate the damage?
Nothing is beyond repair in the right hands. You know, the office hasn't been the same without you, Meg. Ottawa misses you.
Coffee?
That's splendid. I've cleared my schedule to handle this case myself, you know. And a chance to see my protege. How could I pass that up? Thank you.
Oh! Fraser! Constable Benton Fraser, RCMP Counsel Henri Cloutier.
I've heard much about you, Fraser. Your heroics are going to cost us a lot of money.
What is this, if I may?
Oh, a simple form accepting responsibility for having caused the accident.
But
I have already done the groundwork with Mr. Buxley's lawyer. He and I feel certain that a settlement can be reached.
Well, with all due respect, sir, it would be wrong for me to sign this.
Inspector Thatcher and I have dinner plans. Why don't you take the evening to consider the repercussions of your position?
Ben, I'm sorry about dinner. I won't be too late.
Too late for what?
Too late for dinner. Dismissed. Shall we?
Inspector.
Nice neighborhood, Fraser.
Thank you.
You live like this?
Yes.
Anyway, about what I said earlier in my office today. You see, I called Ottawa, which, given the particular circumstances which I hold you entirely responsible for. Anyway, I just didn't expect that he would be the one to be assigned. You see, I, spent 8 months, working for him. And in the course of that 8 months, I'm sorry, if I made it seem today like I'm sorry for the ruse. It's just that there have been occasions in my career where I have found it necessary to,
Deflect?
Yes. There have been occasions in my career where I have found it necessary to deflect the attention of male superiors. And if I made it awkward or uncomfortable for you today, I want to apologize.
There's no need to apologize. I understand.
Thank you. Now, why are you being so stubborn about this?
About what?
The settlement. Why won't you sign it?
Well, if I could explain...
Fraser, there will be no skin off your nose. The Canadian government won't bat an eyelash. All you have to do is sign it. Then you'll have the Eggman out of your hair, I'll have Cloutier out of mine.
I can't.
Why not? Just give me one good reason why not. It's delicious.
It's naturally low in cholesterol, too. This is no ordinary farmer. I mean, the quality of this egg suggests he's something of an artist.
Oh, now I get it. In spite of the fact that he's filed a lawsuit against you, you believe you can show him the error of his ways, appeal to his conscience, and save his soul for the pure pursuit of his God-given talent. One day. One day to prove whatever it is you're trying to prove.
One day, as in...
24 hours. That's it. Then you sign.
as in one day.
Man makes a good egg. No doubt about it. A gold mine for someone who can get this to the mass market. Could be you, boss. I'm sold. Get him to sign over everything. No problem. Nice color.
Uh-oh. I think we got a little hormonal imbalance here, baby. I think we're going to stop with the Mozart and go back to the Shostakovich because it's going to lower your estrogen, okay? We'll think of something, okay? Maybe Stefan Grappelli. Hey, how you doing, Sneed?
Mr. Marshak has assumed your debt and he wants his restitution. You have no choice.
Yo, I'm sorry. You can't do this to me.
All you have to do is sign, and you're free and clear. I even bought you a pen.
Look, you don't understand, Sneed. This is all I got, okay? I really appreciate this. It's a very nice pen. What is it, a Mount Blanc?
Come here, you hold him.
You wouldn't.
You want to try me?
Now, come on, you couldn't!
You're a weird one, Buxley. I've seen guys go down for their families, for their girlfriends, even their dogs, but chickens. This is the first.
Just give me the thing, I'll sign it, okay? Come on, I'll sign it. Give me the thing. Just leave the chickens alone.
Well, I did what any gentleman would do, all right? I scratched the tickets, her $5, bought first. Besides, possession is 9/10 of the law anyway.
Well, possession affords one a prima facie argument for the retaining of the asset, but declaration of ownership, Ray, still would require a higher court.
Yeah, well, not in the Vecchio household. Do you think I'd be getting a cut if she was holding the winning ticket? Not a chance. Huh. A feather? Well, it certainly screams conspiracy to me, Benny.
You notice the healthy sheen, Ray, and the yellow coloration of the tip? This feather could only come from one chicken.
So let's go get him. You sure you want that wolf running around with all these chickens?
Well, as long as they aren't in possession of any milk duds, they should be fine, Ray.
He hasn't kicked that junk food habit yet?
Well, you know, they say that it's harder than heroin.
Good afternoon. Something I can help you with?
Yeah, where's the chicken man?
Mr. Buxley no longer lives here. Is there anything that I can help you with?
Are you in any way connected to Mr. Buxley?
I'm the new proprietor of this establishment.
Well, that makes sense. Why hang around this dump when you think you're gonna be cashing on $10 million?
Well, you seem very dedicated.
What's this about?
Fraud. And these are exhibits A and B.
Come in. Constable Fraser, this is Linus Prince.
Pleased to meet you. Same here.
He's a lawyer.
For Mr. Lyndon Buxley, the man whose life you ruined.
Excuse me?
Something about eggs.
Your actions caused my client's...
Sir! Sir, are you all right?
Excuse me, sir. It's Constable Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you.
Oh, my God, what did you do to my egg?
I'm very sorry about your egg, sir, but you were headed for an open trench.
You son of
You see, you were headed for an open trench.
What am I gonna do now?
I think we can probably salvage some of them.
Hey!
The Yukon, where you belong. Ah, now. A few elementary drills doesn't sound so bad, does it? All right, let's go. Watch your language. Now, pick up the scent again. Start to stalk. That's it. Pick up your pace, not too fast. All right, that's it. All right, now, measure your charge. If you even so much as contemplate laughing, my friend, I swear I will crate you up so quickly that...
You did enough already. Get out of here.
Well, perhaps I should go and call someone for...
Get out of here!
All right, that's it. Just crouch. Just watch. All right, now. All right, great. Close the gap. Pick up your pace. Charge! Oh, Diefenbaker. Do I have to remind you that you are a carnivore, that you are genetically predisposed to hunt, or have you forgotten that? It's hopeless. I should never have taken you out of your element and brought you to the city. You've gone soft. No, there's only one thing to do, and that's to mail you back to the